Hello and welcome to the video. My name is Cam Vaselli and today we're talking about Unreal Engine. Now, as a director and just kind of a general creative, though I really wanted to get involved with that specifically for prevising to show to people, to clients and other creatives and collaborators, this is the idea that I've got in my head, this is kind of the angle I was thinking of, and this is kind of the vibe basically. And I also have a very big interest in gaming and cinematics and stuff like that. So the more I saw of Unreal Engine, the more I thought I really want to learn and get involved with this tool. Now, for years when I was younger, maybe at 16, 17, making action films and stuff like that with friends, I got an interest in visual effects and tried to jump into things like Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, all that stuff. And I just found it quite hard to get my head around. And it just felt quite obtrusive to learn on my own. Now, trying Unreal Engine, because it all happens in real time, it was a lot easier to get my head around how everything works and just kind of almost operating the camera in real time. It made the process so much easier to understand and engage with. And the absolute key thing for me was that all of a sudden there was no limits to what I could do. I could shoot anywhere, I could do anything. I didn't need models or actresses or actors or whatever to create my kind of vision. I wasn't constrained by the physical space, and the budgets, there's no budget, you can do anything. So just an incredible creative tool. It felt almost like having Lego again as a kid, I could do anything, or a canvas, you know what I mean? It's just a blank canvas and I could just paint whatever I want on there. I can't draw at all or paint. So for me, this is just a great creative outlet, which doesn't cost me anything, just to kind of work and just do whatever I want in. But I think the key thing is it a difficult tool to learn? And I think the best way to sum it up is probably like, easy to learn, hard to master. And I get a lot of friends when I tell them I'm working on Unreal Engine, they're like, oh, I really want to learn that. And I was in that same position for so long where I was like, oh, I really want to learn it, but I just didn't have the time to get around to it. And I think with the changing of the industry, when we had a bit of downtime, it was a good time to jump into it. But for me, I was working on the M1 Max MacBook. No, that's not an ideal system for it. But it did actually run relatively well enough for me to make my first project and just kind of get my head around the basics. But there are so many issues in that software, so many things break, so many things go wrong, and you're just going to be on the forums, on Reddit all the time, just digging for the random answer that you're like, why is this not working? Why has this happened to me? And it seems like everyone's in the same position a lot of the time where there's just random errors. So you've got to be prepared for that and just kind of keep going and try not to get caught up on these little things, because I did. You spend hours trying to figure out why hair's fizzling, or you go to export and it just doesn't work. But those things aside, I moved to Windows. I've still got the MacBook for video editing because I prefer it, but I've got a Windows PC now that I use for Unreal Engine, and it's been very different in terms of experience wise. It's a lot smoother. Everything just kind of works on Windows, and the output's a lot better as well, I'd say, because obviously you've got ray tracing and whatnot. So as it stands right now, if you want to get into Unreal Engine, I definitely recommend it on Windows. But if you don't have a Windows computer, as a lot of creatives do like to work on Mac still, give it a go on Mac anyway if your computer can run it, because it is worth a go. And of course, it's free, which is incredible. And one of the kind of key things I've found is that to speed up your workflow in Unreal Engine is start building your asset library, and start doing that as soon as possible. Even if you're waiting on a PC and you think you're going to get one in 6 months or something, or you're going to learn Unreal Engine down the line, start logging into Epic every month, getting your free asset library. Quixel Bridge is incredible, MetaHuman's insane. I can't believe this stuff is free, and it's so great that it is. It just enables so many more people to get creative. Now, of course, the software isn't all kind of amazing. There are times I see Blender renders and I don't know what. Blender stuff sometimes looks really great. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have learned that. But I jump into Blender and it feels so backwards to me and hard to understand. And I think what it is with me right now is learning Unreal Engine is it's that time and effort it takes to just learn those little tricks to make your renders look even better. And it does take time to get there, and it can feel daunting because the software can feel a bit janky sometimes, or slow, or you push it too far with your ideas and you're not optimizing correctly. Okay, so here are a few tips for if you want to get started like right now. The first thing I'd recommend you do is start building your asset library. You can do that straight away. don't have to spend any money. Just have a look for free assets online, Sketchfab, Unreal Store, Marketplace, ArtStation, stuff like that. Before you go into Unreal Engine and want to start creating your first project, have a clear goal in mind. Do not go in there, in my opinion, don't go in there and just think, I'm just going to play around for an hour or two, because it won't stick. For me, what really helps was going in there with a concept for a short film or a trailer or a commercial, and just start to build out some of those shots. Now, a lot of people like to do a lot of referencing, and that definitely does help. But don't get bogged down too much in that stuff when you're just starting out. Just get in there and get to work on your concept. Keep it short, keep it simple. I've done quite a few of these little projects in there and just not even shared them online because I don't need to. I just wanted to do it for me and have fun with it and practice. I'd also recommend going on YouTube and kind of just checking out some of the things that you think you want to do. Let's say you want to make a film in space or spaceships, have a look at that on YouTube first for some tutorials, building environments, and start to create a bank of playlists for people that you like, videos that you like, because you'll probably need to come back and reference them later on. What I did was build some notes for certain parts in different tutorials with different techniques which I wanted to implement, and just kind of use them quickly as reference. Definitely helps to have a second monitor on hand as well, because you can have a tutorial open on one side and then Unreal on the other. You definitely need to do some research in terms of the project you want to create, just to see how others have done it before. So just enjoy the process, have fun with it, and just know that it takes time to get better, and accept that. So yeah, that was just a rapid fire video. I just wanted to let people know that I'm kind of working on Unreal Engine now. I would love to do more professional work inside of it, and it's very interesting. And if you're on the fence about it, I mean, it's free, so you might as well just download it, give it a go. If your computer can run it, of course. Great that these tools are available and accessible for people. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Cam Vaselli. You can see more of my work on here. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Catch you in the next one.